Let's get ready to rumble!
In the beginning, when I first met you, I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, who's this old guy that wants to fight?
Doc comes to fight, you know, and that's what we do, and we've done for 4 years. National tournaments, regional tournaments, and it never gets old. The passion's still there. I love coming in every Saturday, every Sunday morning, training with Doc, hitting the pads, sparring. It's awesome.
Being alone in the ring factor in front of 2,000 screaming fans who judged you by your effort. And I really respected that.
What's up everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. We're back, you know what I'm saying? We haven't done a live stream for quite a while, and as a matter of fact, this is the first one I'm doing on my actual channel. The reason for it, obviously, we're updating what's going on with the Doherty tournament. I think there's a little bit of confusion, so I want to clear that up. Yes, it's happening, and yes, it is it's the Doherty battle of the Ageless battle. So we'll clear everything up and just make sure everybody knows what's going on. We did get full at one point. I got some news for you guys today as far as what's going to happen if we're adding another ring and adding more people, so stay tuned for that. And then we'll talk a little bit about some of the other tournaments that are coming up, which includes the Rude Dog tournament out in Brooklyn, Connecticut, and then also the New Jersey tournament. We got some updates on that, and a little bit more. We'll answer any questions that anybody has. Yeah, and then we'll play it out. You know what I'm saying? We have some people that are on right now. What's up, everybody? Let me see if I can get some comments. Cool thing about this here too is we can get some comments in here. We got Maggie. She's in the house. What's up, Maggie? Manny the man. What's up? What's going on, Maggie? Yeah, so we can pull up some of the questions that you guys might have or anything like that. We have under Steven, we have what's up, Manny, Jason, and Anthony. What's going on? What's going on? Glad to see you guys are on. Like I said, we got some good news for everybody for the Vegas tournament, which I'll get into in a second. But before that, I'm going to play a little clip to help people understand what this tournament is about, who it's for, to remember. Unfortunately, he has left us in the physical form, but he will always be with us. One of the great master boxers that we've had, great friend and a great person that impacted a lot of lives. So this tournament obviously is dedicated to him, as the name states. So let me play a little video just to give you guys a little bit more information on the gentleman we're talking about. All right, check it out.
It was an experience where I found myself in each match saying to myself, or questioning myself relative to what am I doing here, but I actually loved it. I loved the competitiveness of it. I loved the fact that when you were in the ring, there was two guys and they were going to determine what was going to happen. I actually, when the first bell went off, every time said, whoa, but also I responded to that. And as Mike Tyson said, you know, you don't know what you're going to do until you get punched in the nose, but as soon as I got punched in the nose, I responded, and I really liked learning that about myself. So in 1969, I was a junior at Holy Cross College in Worcester, Mass. And I was asked if I was interested in competing in the New England Golden Gloves tournament, which was held in Lowell, Massachusetts. So never having boxed in a ring before, never having actually worn boxing gloves, it was quite an ask. But I had just started to work on the heavy bag with speed bag gloves, and so I thought it might be a great experience. Growing up, my mother and father always supported all of our family in trying new things. So I said, yeah, sure. So long story short is several weeks later, I found myself in the middle of the ring in Lowell, Massachusetts, with about 2,000 people expecting gladiatorial combat, and me saying to myself, what am I doing here? So it was quite a seminal experience. The good parts were that I was a well-trained athlete. As a junior at Holy Cross, I was 187 pounds, and I was tightly wired. I was in tremendous condition, both cardiovascular-wise, as an athlete that was actually competing at Division I in 2 Division I sports, football and lacrosse. And I also was very strong. I had a lifting program that I followed as an individual and as part of a team that got me to a good place. So I was competitive. And in the Golden Gloves, in my early bouts, I found that my strength, my conditioning, and my will got me through, carried me through to the finals. But in those days, 175 and above was actually heavyweight, but most of the heavyweights were big fellas. I was a 187 pounder, again, in tremendous condition, but now the cream of the crop was left. And as I got to the finals, the kid that I was going to fight was a boxer, came from a boxing family, came from Lowell, which has a great boxing history and did in those days too. And so the funny part about that finals bout is all I remember is the end. Going to his corner and trying to sit down, and you know, his corner was very nice and showed me where my corner was. And you know, I have no idea, but by the luck of God, I won. And as they were giving me my jacket, because it was the Rocky Marciano heavyweight championship, so we got a ring with a Rocky Marciano ruby, jacket, trophy. As they were giving me all of that, all I remember is saying to myself, I just want to go to McDonald's. I want a shake and a burger. I was starving, you know, it was all the nerves had left. And as I said, I remember nothing about the bout. So that was my Golden Gloves history.
All right. So that's Doc. Know a little bit about him and his Golden Gloves journey. I did do a documentary about him. Just so people know who this gentleman is, such an amazing person, and that's why this tournament is this Vegas tournament is dedicated to him and named after him. So with that being said, we were doing one ring, 100 master boxers competing, but being that it's a Doc tournament, you know, the Doherty Battle of the Ageless, what we decided to do is go 2 rings and add another 100 master boxers. So with that said, tomorrow registration will open once again. For those of you that didn't get an opportunity to register the first go around, here's your opportunity. The ladies out there, we need some ladies out there to represent. So just know that registration will be open. As you know, Vegas is a destination. It gets full really quick. So if you plan on competing in this tournament, please make sure that you register as soon as possible. Once again, I'll open up registrations tomorrow. And as soon as we get the first 100 master boxers, then it gets closed down. All right. So don't sleep on it. Make sure that you plan to compete. Make it happen. This will be a great tournament to compete in. Like I said, represents a great gentleman, and it's also sponsored by Title Boxing, so you know the belts are going to be something special, and the event will be special itself. All right. Any questions, concerns, anything? Let me know. Once again, this is August 10th and 11th in Las Vegas, Nevada. We will not be doing it at the Louisiana, at the New Orleans Hotel. We're trying to combine with the Hall of Fame, but it just didn't work out. You know, time frames and all that just didn't work out, so we weren't able to do that. So it's going to be a different venue. I'm locking in the venue now, so in the next couple of days, once I have it 100% secure, then I'll let you guys know. I know people want to start making the reservations and, you know, hotel and all that kind of stuff. So just bear with me. Give me a couple of days and I'll finalize the location, the venue, and then that way everything can be, you know, everything, you'll know exactly where everything's going to be at. All right. With that said, any questions? Come on, give me some questions. What's up, Richard? Mr. Colorado's in the house. What's up, Chris? Chris Ranke's in the house. Mr. Minnesota, what's going on, brother? Miss ya. Hope you can come out here pretty soon, man. Come on. But yeah, so do me a favor, if you guys have any questions, please ask them. LA Spar Camp, that's a good question. Curtis Nimmons, LA Sparring Camp. Yes, we will be doing, let me put that up there. We will be doing a sparring camp. We're just trying to secure a date that works kind of best for everybody. We were trying a couple, and then, you know, just things came up where it just wasn't going to work either for whatever reason. Yeah, so I would say by Friday I will get a date for the LA sparring camp. So stay tuned for that, okay? Let's see, who else do we got? Let's see. All right, we got El Profe's in the house, Mr. Profe Lopez. What's going on, man? USC's in the building. Steven says, will it be for a belt? Yes, it will be for a belt, and registration is the same price as always, is $150 to enter the competition. Yes, Callie is calling, Mr. Ranke. We need you out here. Before the tournament. Yes, like I said, right now, we are just going to lock in the date. Give me till Friday and I'll lock in the date for the LA sparring camp. Curtis Nimmons says, love the Terrence Crawford fight weekend as the date. We might make that one of the dates, but we are going to do one before that. So so just stay tuned for it. We'll definitely get all those things set up. Mr. Paul, great question. And I always mess up because I always have plans for it, and then something happens and it goes away. Any updates? Paul says, any updates on the awards from Las Vegas tournament in February? Yeah, I gotta set a date just for that particular. What's today? Today is what, Tuesday? Today's Tuesday. Let's do this. Let's shoot for Thursday. We'll do an award special. I've just been all over the place, so I haven't been able to get on a live and kind of get everything going. And so finally, I'm here. We're doing it. Let's shoot for Thursday, 5 p.m. I'll post it all up and everything, and let's hope that we can do it on Thursday. If not, what I'll do is I'll do a post, a video and a post, and just post it up, so at least that's there. You know what I mean? Because I know some of you guys have been waiting for that for a while now. All right. Ben says, you doing another AC sparring camp? Yes, we are. We're just kind of putting everything together for that as well. We'll be doing the LA one first, and then we'll be doing another one in Atlantic City before the Atlantic City tournament. So there's that. How much is it to enter the dog tournament? It's $150 as it's always been. All the information will be on the website as well. So if you go to usamastersboxing.com, click on the Las Vegas link at the main menu, and all the information will be in there. And like I said, registration will open tomorrow, so that won't be up until tomorrow. Did you also say you're trying to get a group rate for rooms for this tournament? Richard, I can try. It's extremely hard if the event's not in the actual hotel. They're not really working with people as much as before, but I will definitely give it a shot. See if we can work something out. The last couple of times they tried to give me like 5% or something like that, which is still a discount, but I found a different avenue to get a lower rate anyway, so it just wasn't worth it. But let me see what I can do as far as, let me lock in the location first, the venue first, and then from there I can work on the hotels, because I will work with some hotels to at least give you guys the information on which ones are the closest ones. We should be close to the strip, so we'll work that out. We should have a post-tournament after party. We should. Someone set it up and let's do it. I'm down for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm always down for it. It's just, you gotta understand, with the tournament, I got too much things going on to try to like set something additional up. So if someone else wants to take the realms on that, hey, I'm all for it. I'll show up for sure. For sure, I'll show up. But yeah. All right. Any other questions as far as Vegas and the tournament in Vegas? And once again, it is sponsored by Title Boxing, so the belts are going to be off the hook. We're going to have some fun. It's going to be a blast. You know what I mean? Chili bean. All right, so real quick, let's take a quick little break, and then we'll come back. We'll talk about some of the other tournaments, some of the things that you need to make sure that you have if this is your first tournament or your first event, or you're going to a first event. You're not exactly sure what equipment to purchase, what is your responsibility, what's our responsibility, all that kind of stuff. We'll go over that. But first, message from our sponsor.
Were you expecting someone else?
And again, shout out to Title Boxing. Thank you for all your support. Always, lending a helping hand. You know what I'm saying? And being a great sponsor. And also a big shout out to Sweet Science Lab in Hoboken, New Jersey. If you are in that area, New Jersey, New York, in those areas, and you're looking for a gym that is masters friendly, that does a great job with training their boxers and getting you ready for competition, if that's what you're looking for, Sweet Science Lab is the place to be at. Hoboken, New Jersey. That's where it's at. All right. So if you have any other questions about Las Vegas, post them up. We'll get you an answer. Let's move on. there's a tournament coming up this weekend. Actually, there's two of them. The tournaments that are coming up this weekend is the Rude Dog tournament over in Brooklyn, Connecticut. So who's going to that one? Let me know if you're ready. Paul Iannuzzi always does a great job. He makes sure you guys have a lot of fun. Makes it fun, makes it worth the trip, you know, and everything. So who's going out there? And it's his last one that he's doing in Brooklyn, Connecticut. So so this will be a special one to attend. Who's going out there? Heading there now is Dave Boucher. All right, please let us know how it goes. Give us some updates. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear how everything's going. You know, and how the experience is and everything. You know what I mean? So so that would be great. All right, and just so you guys know, right now we are streaming in 3 different locations. We're streaming on Facebook, we're streaming on YouTube, and we are streaming on our website. So so yeah, we're having some fun. Ben says, Vegas is my first tournament. Interested in what I need to bring. Okay, let's get into that. That's a good question. And here you go. Let's see here. Give me a second. Let me put this up here for you. So this is what is your responsibility. Aside from you being there, you also have to have the Masters approved headgear. As you can see on the picture here, there's a label there that has the USA Boxing approved headgear. What's unique about this one is it'll have an M in the middle of it. This is for the title one. If you have the ringside one, it should have a stamp in the back that says Masters Boxing Headgear, USA Boxing Approved. That's on the back of the headgear for the ringside one. The other company that has a Masters headgear also is, shoot, I just went blank. USA Boxing uses Sting. Sting Boxing has a Masters headgear as well. I don't think they have the label on it, so you gotta be very careful which one you get from Sting. I think on their website they have it labeled as a Masters headgear, but just be aware that I don't think they have their label yet. I think their first batch of headgears, they didn't have a label for it, so but they are approved. Just make sure that you get the right one. I'll get the information and I'll post it up as far as the Sting headgear. The other thing that you need are your hand wraps. You either need hand wraps or you need gauze and tape. You want your, you know, your jewels protector. For women, it's optional. For men, you must have one. Then you also have to have your mouthpiece. It can be any color now. Before, they used to have a restriction on red, orange, and pink mouth guards. They wouldn't allow them. Now, any color is allowed. The other thing you need is your trunks and your top. What you have to make sure is that the middle part of your trunks has to be a different color than your top. So let's say, for example, if you see here on the example here, you have red trunks with red top, but the waistline is white, and that's to separate the waistline. So please make sure that you don't come in with you know, the trunks and the top being the same color without any break in the waistline. Okay, and then obviously you need your boxing shoes. Make sure that you have your boxing shoes, and that's about it. The gloves we do provide, and if you want to know what the difference is as far as the headgear, why a master headgear is required, is because the master headgear has a little bit more padding. The master headgear, like the gloves, is 16 ounces, to where the regular amateur headgear, I believe it's either 12 or 10, just like their gloves as well. Okay, so that's the difference. But the way you can tell which one is, for example, the title one, is it'll have an M in the middle of the label that says USA Boxing Approved. All right. All right. Any questions as far as the stuff that you need when you are competing? post them up, and then we'll get your answers. All right, it's pretty straightforward. I think the one thing that people sometimes have some questions about is the hand wraps. You can use hand wraps, especially I would highly recommend that you bring hand wraps, especially if you're traveling without a coach. We do have some coaches there that help out, that'll help out corner you and everything. However, they are helping other boxers as well, so there might not be time for them to to hand wrap your hands with gauze and tape. Gauze and tape does take a little while for those to be done. So take some regular hand wraps, so that way you have them there in case you need them. And they're a lot quicker. Obviously they're a lot quicker to put on and have and whatnot. Okay. All right. Any questions as far as what you need to compete? If not, we'll keep it moving. Once again, this weekend we have the Rude Dog tournament in Brooklyn, Connecticut. All right. So if you're going out there, please let us know how it's going, how everything goes. We'd love to hear from you and all that. All right. And we'll see if we can get Paul on here either before or after the tournament, or maybe both. See how everything goes. Like I said, he's announced that this will be the last one in Brooklyn, Connecticut that he does. He does have an announcement for a new location, so stay tuned for that. I don't know if he's revealed that, so I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that he has that opportunity to do that. All right, let's see. What else? What else do we have? All right. Okay, so the next thing we have on the list is going to be the New Jersey tournament. So the New Jersey tournament is scheduled for, let me just make sure I don't want to get the wrong dates for you guys. Well, let's see. Oh, and I got a special announcement for Texas as well. Okay, so give me a second. Let me get to the events here. Okay, so Rude Dog. All right, so the Showboat, the third annual New Jersey Masters Championships, September 21st and 22nd. All right, and that's at the Showboat in Atlantic City. It will be in the hotel. We are working on the room rates right now. Hopefully by this weekend we should have the room rates ready for you guys. I know some of you guys are asking about that, so those will be coming up. If you plan on competing in this tournament, please make sure you register as soon as possible. The reason why is it helps me out to let me know if we're going to do 1 ring or 2 rings. What's important about that is that if I have to do 2 rings because we have 200 boxers, then I need to get more officials. The sooner I know, the better it is, so they don't get so officials don't get stuck in other events, or not stuck in other events, but are going to other events, and then we're left with not enough officials or not enough doctors, whatever the case may be. So it's really important that if you can, please register early, register as soon as possible, so that way we can get all those things in order and we have no issues when it comes to the tournaments coming up. Okay, it's just like the dock tournament. We're opening it up to another 100 master boxers because we're getting a second ring. With that comes, we need more officials. With that also means we need another doctor. So it's things that I have to do ahead of time. The more time I have, the more success I have with it, and the smoother things are in the long run. Okay, so if you guys can please do me that favor, please register early, as soon as possible, so that way we can lock everything in and keep it moving. All right. Okay, so the announcement I have for you guys for Texas is that Houston has just announced that they will be doing a tournament, and they are planning to do it. I gotta secure the date. I believe it's October 5th and 6th. Okay, let me find out all the details. But Houston, Texas is in the ball game. They are going to be doing a tournament. I believe it's the first weekend of October. So for those of you that have been asking about Texas, there you go. They will be having a tournament. Please make sure that you support the tournament, because if not, then it just doesn't happen anymore. You know what I mean? That's just kind of how it goes. So make sure you support the events. We're here for you. If you have any questions, you know, please ask them. We're here to help, here to do whatever we need to do to make sure it's on point. Dave Boucher says, is it at Main Street again? Yes, sir. It will be at the Main Street Boxing Gym with all the great people out there. All right. And we got Jesus Aguilar says, yo. What's up, brother? Always great to see you. For those of you that don't know Jesus, he is a master boxer. At 2 years ago, I believe, a little bit over a year ago, he had a head injury that he has spoken about, which I hope to get him on as a guest so he can speak about it to us and let us know what his progress is, where he's at, and everything. But something that is important for us to understand and know what's going on. All right, so Jesus, if you're out there, brother, we hope to have you on as a guest. Hopefully one of the near future live streams. Hope to have you on. All right, any other questions or anything? That's all I have for you guys right now. Let's see, we have Ray Harris. What advice would you give for fighters competing the first fight? Okay, so my advice would be this. Just call you Patches. Okay, so Ray Harris, let's talk about it. What advice would you give for fighters competing in the first fight? Okay, so let me ask you a question. Well, I'll put it to you like this. I'll give you an answer with if you have your coach going with you or if you don't have your coach going with you. Obviously, if you have your coach going with you, that's a great thing because it's a voice that you know and a voice that is familiar to you. He knows how you box and will give you the proper instruction. Now, the one thing I will tell you to do is try to stay relaxed. And what I mean by that is when you're when you're boxing, you're going into the ring, a lot of things will go through your mind. You know, for me, I remember the first time I got into the ring in a competition in front of a crowd and everything. And in my mind, I was thinking the worst thing for me, it wasn't about like getting knocked out or, you know, not having a good performance or whatever. It was about like not tripping over the ropes while I'm getting in the ring or, you know, embarrassing myself in any way. You know what I mean? But what happens is the excitement, the feelings that you get from trying to win just like you are, trying to take your head off just like you're trying to take his head off. It's the competition of it, you know. We use a lot of adrenaline, and a lot of people have what we call an adrenaline dump. So what happens is you're so excited and so nervous, and you tighten up. You lose. What happens is you start to get tired before the bell even rings. So the more that you can stay relaxed, take deep breaths. You know, when you get into the ring, take deep breaths. Just relax. You know, and stay focused. Because when you get those adrenaline dumps, I don't care if it's 1 minute rounds or whatever it is, you are tired before the second round even starts. So just stay focused. You know, the hardest parts have been in training. Hopefully you had some sparring and everything. And that's really where the hard part is. You know, this is the fun part. This is the part where you're competing. Apply what you learned in practice, in your sessions and everything. Try to apply that and listen to your coach. Now, if you're going without a coach, the important thing to do is try to get someone to help you out as soon as possible. So that way you're familiar with the person. You can work bits a little bit, warm you up, you know, get you to where you need to be, and they can kind of see what you're, you know, how fast you are, you know, what you have and everything, and then they can guide you throughout the fight, you know, as far as in between rounds, give you some advice and all that. But I think the biggest thing for when it's your first bout is staying relaxed. That's kind of like the biggest thing, because, you know, there's a reason why a lot of people don't do it. You know, it's a small amount of people that are willing to step into the ring and compete. You know what I mean? So that's my advice. I don't want to keep rambling on. You know, I'm sure we have some people here that have some comments as well. Let's check it out. Jesus Aguilar says, "Just call me Patches." You guys will know what that means once we get him on the show. All right. Joe Escamilla, what's going on? He says, "Looking forward to my Masters boxing experience in Atlantic City, New Jersey." Joe, I can tell you it'll be a great one. We have a great time out there. The venue's great. The atmosphere is great. You know what I mean? Talk to some of the people that have competed there, and they'll tell you, you know, they'll let you know. But look forward to seeing you there. It will be a great time, and this tournament will also be dedicated to someone very special. We're gonna have some very special people that'll be showing up to honor him as well, and yeah. But overall, I think you'll have a blast. Okay, Jason says, "Would love to go back to Houston. I'm a BoxRec editor now for amateur boxing. Can't wait to put the Masters bouts on BoxRec. Grateful." Yeah, that's awesome, Jason. Thank you for all the work that you do. Yeah, it'd be great to have, you know, people's records on BoxRec where they can look it up, as well as you know, not just through USA Boxing but also BoxRec, and keep accurate records and all that. Thanks again for all you do, brother. Let's see. Ray says, "Thanks, man. Anytime. Adrian says, "For a first fight, be prepared by not waiting until the last minute for any of it. Be rested and prepared." Yeah, you know. And the other thing is a lot of people, well, it depends on your boxing style. I don't want to tell you how to box or whatever, but a lot of times with these Masters events, you know, these Master bouts, especially like when it's like your first one or your first couple of them, always try to be first. You know what I mean? Try to like create the action. You know what I mean? Try to be first. You know, throwing that jab out, getting the combinations in. You know, all that stuff. So. But again, if you're a counterpuncher, I can't tell you how to box or whatever. You know, that's between you and your coach and what's best for you. All right. Any other questions, concerns, anything? Quick little recap. Like I said, for the Las Vegas tournament, August 10th and 11th, we are going to open up registration tomorrow for 100 more boxers. We are doing 2 rings. So we have that. The venue will be locked in by the end of this week. So again, please don't ask me what the venue is right now. I will, you know, like I said, I always give out the information as soon as it's locked in. So as soon as it's locked in, you guys will get the information of the venue. I will also work with a couple of hotels, see if we can get a discount rate for it, and you know, and give you guys get you guys some deals. You know, so that's what we have for Vegas. Again, any questions, post them up. The other thing is we do have a couple tournaments this weekend, which highlighted by the Rude Dog tournament, which will be the last one in Brooklyn, Connecticut. He will have a new location for his event, but this will be the last one there. For those of you that have been to it, know that it's a great time, a great event, and this one should, you know, knowing Paul, he'll go out with a bang from that location. So For those of you that are going, please keep us up to date. Got any pictures, anything like that, share them with us. We want to hear how everything's going. All right. And then for the New Jersey tournament, like I said, we are working on the hotel rates, the room rates right now. So stay tuned. We should have them by the end of the week. All right. By this weekend, hopefully. All right. We have Jim Barron in the house. What's going on, Mr. Pennsylvania? He says, hey Manny, are the master tanks and trunks ready to be purchased yet? Yes sir, yes sir. I will have those up on the website. Give me till Thursday, because I really want to focus on getting all the registration stuff up for Vegas and all that. Let me finish that up, and then Thursday I'll have the tank tops, the trunks and everything, shoes, hand wraps, headgear, a whole bunch of stuff that you know, the master gear. It'll be up on the website as well. Give me till Thursday and I'll have that updated and it'll be there ready to go. All right, and I think that's it. All right, any other questions, concerns, anything? If not, that's all I have for you. As always, anybody that wants to be a sponsor, we do need sponsorships. We are looking for sponsorships. Donations, whatever we can get, you know, it always helps. You know, especially now with locations have gone up in price and everything. So anything that helps out, we would really appreciate it. I always hate begging for support, but it's part of the gig. You know what I mean? So so yeah, anybody that's interested in being a sponsor or, you know, donations or anything like that, reach out to me. We'll figure it out and we'll go from there. All right. Other than that, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, we are streaming in 3 different platforms. We're streaming here on Facebook. We are streaming also on YouTube, and we are streaming in. We are also streaming on the website. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. So we're stepping it up. We're stepping it up a little bit. All right, everybody. That's all I have for you guys. Have a great rest of the week. We will be online again, hopefully on Thursday. Finally get the awards done for February and keep it moving. All right. Again, any questions you guys have, post them up. I will get to them. Shoot me a message. You know how we do. And make sure that you get your answer. All right. All right, everybody. Thank you. And see you soon.